It's interesting to me that God seems to call people in any moment of their life. And I'm so glad that God called me and made it possible for me to fulfill that calling. When we first arrived in Ecuador, the very first day we were named as district superintendents of one of the two districts, and also working witness coordinator, and also mission treasurer. And so we started off with a lot of responsibilities, but my first thought in terms of the district was that I should visit every church regularly, and so I began a schedule of visiting those churches and spending time with the pastors, because I felt like one of my key roles as a missionary was to develop national leaders that would carry the church into the future. When I think about a missionary, to me, the sense is somebody who is sent. It's somebody who probably is only doing something because God has called them, and they may not even feel comfortable initially doing that, and yet with the confidence that God will help along the way. It's not only for those who are called to preach or to plant churches, but there are all kinds of things that you do in service to God. And as you live out your life, my hope is that Christ will be seen through my life. Through our missionary service, we have seen just major situations like volcanoes erupting, earthquakes taking place. We've seen other missionaries being kidnapped. I've seen myself being kidnapped. I've been in a motorcycle accident that almost took my life. My wife had a illness that almost took her life. And there's just been these really extreme moments in our lives that at any point people could say, okay, well, why did you stay on? But it has been God's call and His faithfulness to help us through those situations that has kept us faithful. The regional director that is over Haiti was talking about Haiti wanting to be involved in a worldwide offering to help in a disaster somewhere in the world. And so you're talking about Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, taking up an offering. It doesn't matter the amount of that offering. What matters is the involvement and the inclusion in being part of a worldwide church and being obedient to what God asks you to do. And I'm sure that God multiplied Haiti's efforts in that need, that worldwide need. I think we need to continue to be looking outside of ourselves, and whether it's in the next town from where we live, whether it's in the next state, whether it's in a country elsewhere, we need to be faithful in our own giving. We as missionaries are part of a local congregation in the United States. So our tithe, but also our faith promise pledge monthly goes to our local church. So even though we've been on the receiving end of the World Evangelism Fund for all of these years, we have also been participating because monthly our faith promise pledge goes in. And I think every Nazarene needs to be a part of something bigger than themselves, and they need to be thinking of what God wants to do in this world. And I believe that what God wants to do is much bigger than what any of us have thought. And we're so grateful that the church has given us this privilege and blessing to serve. And it's the faithfulness of Nazarenes around the world to give to the World Evangelism Fund and to pray that has made that all possible. And we want to say thank you for that.